Hello everybody, my name is Alex Schiller and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about yet another tech theory. If you haven't seen a tech theory video on my channel before, I'm going to link the first one up here just so you can see what my guidelines are for my tech theory videos. And without further ado, the topic of this video is going to be the console wars and why I think they're coming to an end in the next 5 to 7 years. Let's get started. The first point that I want to make in this argument is the fact that console exclusives are no longer as exclusive as they typically are. If you look at Xbox Game Pass being on PC and the shift of taking Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite to the PC as well as Xbox, as well as Sony making a deal with Epic Games to put some of their minor exclusives on the Epic Games store on PC, you start to see these game companies that have been very hardware based, very Sony, Xbox, PlayStation, I guess Xbox, same name as the company, building their own products, building their own hardware, building their own software, and sending it out to the public. Now they're focusing on more of the development of games, more of the software end of it, more of making sure that the games are high quality, making sure that the games are available to as many gamers as possible. And you see that shift to go from more of a more of a hardware development to just software and game development kind of mindset. And with that in mind, I think consoles are going to die because they're all going to either end up on PC or cloud gaming services. I just want to make a quick aside and say that Nintendo is going to be the black sheep of this situation where my theory doesn't necessarily fit, because they have software, hardware, and development companies kind of all in one. All of the development companies that they work with, for the most part, are owned by Nintendo or one of their subsidiaries. And so to say that Nintendo will go off and create a platform or a streaming service or something for PC is just crazy. They may end up becoming a development company in the future, but I don't see that in the next 5 to 7 years. I see that more in the next 10 to 15. That being said, I think it will be the same kind of thing from a who is this for standpoint. It just like people had an Xbox and a Nintendo Switch, or they had a PlayStation 5 and a Nintendo Switch. We will see people have a big gaming PC rig and a Nintendo product because Nintendo doesn't offer their games on any other service. So, that being said, I think Nintendo is going to be the black sheep of this situation. The second point that I want to bring out is cloud gaming and how it's becoming more and more prominent in the gaming scene. Now, it is not by any means the #1 thing people are looking at, but it is a technology that people are pursuing. You see this with Xbox Live Game Pass, and you see this with Google Stadia, as they are creating ecosystems where they can have games hosted on their servers that people can play wirelessly from their smart TVs, wirelessly to their PCs, wirelessly even to consoles. So you might see the birth of cloud gaming be the reason that consoles end up dying off, because they are the reason that you can have all of these titles at your fingertips without even having to spend money on a computer rig or having to spend money on a console. You could get a little Fire Stick and plug it into the back of your TV and play all of these games. I think this cloud streaming service is going to be the gaming way of the future. You saw that in my last video, but this is another reason that consoles will die. Now, one of the major reasons that I think consoles will fail is a problem that I had as a kid and many kids still have to this day. Cross-compatibility across multiple platforms is becoming more and more available, but it isn't as widespread as the PC marketplace, as Xbox Live Game Pass, as Google Stadia. Giving access to as many gamers as you can and allowing them all to play together will create a seamless software experience that everybody wants to have. And with Sony and Xbox having exclusivities, and Sony and Xbox saying that you can only play across other Xbox systems or only Sony systems, or Nintendo only allowing you to play on Nintendo Online, it will deter people from being able to play with their friends and deter you from buying their product. Especially if you're buying more gaming products for kids, parents are going to see that they be able to play with most of their friends, and they're going to pick the console that is according to it. So in this area, I think that PC gaming will become even more of a double whammy, being able to have productivity on one side and gaming on the other, and even more reason for people to buy gaming PCs, having that cross compatibility, having more access to games, having more access for them to have more friends and more communities to interact with. Now, do I think gaming companies will disappear? No. Where I see gaming companies going from now on, and what I've seen through the last year and a half of the coronavirus, is gaming companies not being able to rely on hardware sales with GPU shortages, chip shortages, and other tech-related issues that coronavirus brought on, forced hardware-centric companies like Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo to find other means and find other options to support their network of games. And we saw that with Xbox Live Game Pass, Google Stadia, Nintendo Online, and an ever-expanding amount of games being shipped to PC. And in a nutshell, I think gaming will eventually become very cloud-based. You might have a Fire Stick that you throw into your TV to play all of your Xbox games, or they'll just get shipped to PC and you'll have a PC and a Nintendo console. I don't foresee consoles existing in the next 5 to 7 years, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below or in our Discord community as well. All of these options are available to you to get the discussion going on what you think is the future of consoles. Like this video if you liked it, disliked it if you didn't, subscribe if you want to see more of this tech theory content or any other thing that I make on this channel, and it also helps the algorithm, so thanks for that as well. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.